Wait, Erica, how
Mm.
obsessed have you been with the darling, hold my hand. Nothing beats a Jet 2
Oh,
holiday.
I love Jet 2 holiday videos. I'm actually like so jealous because I like would die for a moment to put a Jet 2 holiday sound over it. I wish I
I
had one.
know. Me too.
Yeah.
I've been like, will I ever get my Jet 2
Yeah.
holiday moment? And I have not gotten one. And now we're too late because the White House killed it. Did you see this?
Oh no. Yeah, no, I saw they did and also I saw that they didn't even do it correctly. Somebody
No,
said
of course they didn't do it
which is
correctly.
like if you're going to be a troll on social media, you got to at least do it right.
They fucking used the sound that has been bringing all of us so much joy
Yeah.
over a video of like mass deportation. So,
Yay. Oh,
uh,
how hilarious.
how terrible. Before you and I got our chance to use this
I
trend.
know. Before I got to jump on the trend train, they had to be a fun killer and ruin it for us all.
A fucking fun killer. So I'd like to offer a hearty fuck you to Donald Trump and the White House for ruining a perfectly good trend.
I hate that they're turning the White House social media into like where they're doing trends and stuff. I'm like, it's too much.
Get out.
We don't need it. We don't need it.
Nobody asked for this. Also, we hate you. Hello and welcome to Two Queens, Two Crowns. I'm your host, KJ Miller, founder, lecturer, and content creator.
And I'm Erica Meganelli, pop culture comedian and content creator.
And today on the show, it's another Queen Things episode. So we're talking about all sorts of things. We're digging into some of your comments. We're just generally having a good time because that's what we like to do on our Queen Things episode. I think Beyoncé is going to make an appearance. I think Sydney Sweeney might make an appearance.
Good jeans.
Offspring.
Oh gosh.
I think we might get a Justin Timberlake shout out, a Meg the Stallion, lots of folks.
Yeah.
It might even get a little bit of politics tonight. So it's kind of a packed episode.
Let's do it. Let's dive right in.
Let's get into it, folks. Okay, so jumping into our comments section, last week, as you'll remember, was a Queen Things episode. We spoke about a lot of things, one of which was our feelings on being called elder millennials.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
And Mrs. Bonet, who I believe commented on our last video as well. So shout out to you, Mrs. Bonet. She said, I think we should change the E to an O. I don't mind older millennial, but I'm not a fan of elder millennial. Elder seems old. Older is just saying older than. So she has a whole thesis here on that. What do you think about that, Erica?
Actually, after we talked about it, I was thinking about it afterwards, and I was thinking that elder word probably does have like some connotations for people that just they can't handle it.
They can't handle,
like they can't handle being called the word elder.
Right.
People are like that. I'm not.
I'm not either.
So
I'm not either. And in fact, like when I think elder, I think like elder statesman. It has like a gravitas to it. It has like a prestige almost to it that I enjoy.
Yes.
So
we're better than the rest of them.
Right.
That's how I'm seeing it.
It's like when Nicki Minaj says, all these rappers is my sons. Yes.
Exactly.
I'm the elder. Like y'all respect me because I've done it first and done it better. That's what I hear when I hear elder.
That's what I'm hearing also. I'm glad we circled it back to Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
So that we could fully grasp and understand it. Yeah.
Exactly. But thank you, Mrs. Bonet. I do see what you're saying. All right. Another comment we got on the YouTubes, and I am happy this person let us know. This is from Sarah Moody, 8085. She says, Justin Timberlake posted today that he was diagnosed with Lyme disease because, as you'll remember, we did speak about him.
Yes.
Those poor performances. Yes, those poor performances are still bad, LOL, but it does provide some insight. And then Sarah goes on to say, chronic illnesses like that are brutal. And as a chronic illness girly myself, I know how hard it is to push through and try to pretend like nothing is wrong. You guys said it might be a health thing, so I just wanted to let you know you were right. Loved the episode.
Mhm.
Okay, so first of all, Sarah, thank you. We're so happy you enjoyed the episode. Also, thank you for sharing a little bit about your journey as someone with a chronic illness. I think you're absolutely right. It is really hard to push through. I have friends and family members who suffer from chronic illnesses. So I'm glad you alerted us to this. I did see that news. I'm sure you did too. Like it came out like the day or two after our episode release. So I was like, oh, are we going to look like the biggest assholes?
Yes,
now?
I was thinking about it too. But then I was also thinking like our opinions on it still kind of stand, because it's like, so then he should have just said that, right? Instead of doing like 4 shows where you're pretending to sing. I mean, it was like we're just digging ourselves in a hole at that point.
I tend to agree. Like I have sympathy, but also that is something you could have revealed. And the fact that you didn't and are now revealing it now, I think almost I get the impetus to not say anything. You want to be able to just like provide a show and put on a good show and not have people feeling sorry for you or feeling like they're going to get a worse show. But at the end of the day, I do think that context helps. It helps me to know that Beyoncé had really serious knee surgery and now her knees aren't what they used to be, which is why we don't, when we go to a Beyoncé concert, get the same level of choreography from her that we used to get. It is helpful for me as a fan to know that it's not because she just was like, I don't want to do it anymore. No, she has like an actual injury that she's in recovery from. And you know, so it's just, I do wish he had let us know beforehand.
I think he could have gotten ahead of it, is just where I'm at. Like, I think he could have said, and then none of those videos would have went viral at all, because everyone would have felt too bad to post someone who's in the midst of an illness on the internet, make fun of them. That would be silly and mean.
Yeah, I agree. I will just offer this up, not because I believe it, but just because it is a discourse that's out there.
Oh, I know what it's going to be. I know what it's going to be.
I'm just going to offer it up that a lot of people have said it is statistically impossible for this many celebrities to have Lyme disease.
No, like seriously. And by the way, so people have slid into my Insta DMs and been like, we know that he's just making that shit up. We know it's not, like, nobody believes him.
There are a lot of people who don't.
I'm not saying
him.
I don't believe him. Hey, if he's got Lyme disease, who am I to argue with him and his doctors?
I'm not going to argue whether or not he does or doesn't. If he says he does, fine, he does. Right. But I do find it funny that the take that's like, ain't no way all of y'all got it, because
for real. But wait, a lot of them really do have it. And then my crazy ass is thinking to myself, oh, they filmed in the Hamptons like a year ago to film the Jessica Biel stuff, and they're like down there have a lot of ticks.
That's where the ticks are. Listen, it is true.
And I'm like, I know where he got it.
And if I can go off on a quick tangent, I remember my first time in the Hamptons. I was floored because I was like, this is the woods. Like, what is this? Like, where are we? Like, I'm expecting nothing but straight up luxury. And yes, there is luxury, but also it's countryside.
It's cabin in the woods surrounded by water.
It's the woods. It is, yes, there are a lot of bugs and a lot of spiders, mind you. I'm
not a bug person.
Oh, no, me neither. Me neither. So listen, maybe look, I'll take it at face value. He says he has it. He has it. I wish him well. I do think that's something he could have and should have disclosed before. But yeah, wish him well.
I think he was trying to push through. He knew he only had like 4 shows left or something. He was just like, I gotta get through.
Yeah.
But yeah, just say something.
Yeah, agreed. One of the videos we posted, it only has 3 comments. However, each one is fantastic to me. So this is a post or a clip we posted about Sydney Sweeney, and our basic take on this ad, like on this clip, was that the ad was bad, regardless of the white supremacy, the eugenics, dog whistle, all of that. It also just was a bad ad. Like the jeans didn't look good on her. She wasn't actually selling jeans to women. The whole thing was, you know, just bad. Anyway, so here are the comments here. Starting with Sherry P. Mack. Sherry says, I've never seen her in anything, and I had a really hard time with her voice. I found it grating. If I knew she was MAGA, she would be even harder to listen to.
Okay, I agree with that take.
I agree with that take. Then Morelia, her comment was, Too many red flags for a person with so little talent.
Oh, shit. She came for her throat. I don't think I've even ever watched her in anything.
And I've only seen her in one thing. I tried watching that movie with what's his face? What's it called? You Remind Me, or You and Me. I don't know what the hell it was called, but it wasn't good. Okay. And I haven't felt the need to watch her in anything else. So yes, Morelia, agreed. And then my favorite of the three, this is from someone named Sophie Moon Scout. She says, she's MAGA. Her whole family is MAGA. She grew up in the epicenter of white supremacy. She has not been shy about her dislike of feminism or working with women in general. Would much rather work with men, caters to the male gaze, and everything she does is targeted to attract incels. This is always who she was. She's just not pretending to hide it anymore. She feels she has a past to be openly ugly, but does what a lot of problematic white women do, which is play the ignorant victim.
Well, shit, it only took 3 comments to read her right down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that is like a championship of comments. Like, y'all really went in on Sydney Sweeney.
The fact that those 3 fucking people don't even know each other is wild.
Fantastic. No notes. No notes. That was a fantastic read. You guys really read her down. Really read her down.
Wow. No one's holding back in the comment section tonight.
Absolutely. And I'm with it. And I agree with all of that. And you know, it's come out that Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican.
In Florida, I heard.
In Florida, of all places. My God.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. But also, I can see her being a Florida gal. Can't you see it?
Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%. It's like she has no redeeming qualities. The one redeeming quality in my mind was that I thought she might have been cool with Zendaya, but apparently she was out karaokeing with some other Euphoria co-stars this last week, and Zendaya definitely was not there. So I don't think Zendaya fucks with her, to be honest.
Okay. More on that, I guess, eventually. I never saw that show. I know a lot of people like that show and was very into it. I never saw it. And then obviously, one of the cast members passed away. I don't think it really could come back from that, right?
Yeah, I never got into the show either. It looked, I don't know, it looked like it would make me anxious. It looked like an anxiety-inducing show, but I do love Zendaya. So, and I think she's a great judge of character. And to me, if she's not fucking with Sydney Sweeney, it says everything I need to know.
I don't know. Something about her is giving fake to me, and I don't like that vibe.
Yeah, I agree. But the other thing about Sydney Sweeney, did you see that Trump weighed in on the American Eagle ad? And he had the nerve.
Spelled her name wrong.
Of course he did. Well, you know, he can't spell. He can barely read. So that makes sense.
My favorite, though, that he's like, this is my favorite person. Like, word for word, I don't know exactly what it said, but he's like, this is my favorite person ever. He doesn't even know how to fucking spell her name. And then he dragging Taylor Swift and some shit into it. Like, anybody gives a shit.
He said woke singer Taylor Swift is no longer hot. Sir, who asked you? Literally no one asked your opinion.
Oh my God. This is like if you went to visit your grandpa in assisted living and he's like telling you that celebrities aren't hot. Like, just think about it in that kind of context. It's just like, okay, grandpa, like, shut the fuck up.
Quite literally, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. And also, okay, so what if she's not hot? Okay.
I want to just read exactly what he said. He said,
good luck with the grammar, girl.
Yeah. I guess he was talking to reporters on August 3rd. And someone asked him about Sydney Sweeney being a registered Republican. And he said, oh, now I love her ad. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic. And then in a subsequent post, he took aim at Taylor and said, just look at woke singer Taylor Swift. Ever since I alerted the world as to what she was by saying on truth that I can't stand her. What, sir?
I told you.
The children have been left behind, okay? Because what
I already knew.
this?
I've tried to do this before.
Okay, let me try again.
There's no grammar. There's barely any spelling.
He says, ever since I alerted the world as to what she was by saying on truth that I can't stand her, parentheses, hate.
Saying on truth.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Saying on
Thank you.
Old
Trump translator. As to what she was, comma. That's what's missing there.
Exactly.
By saying on truth, he's referring to Truth Social.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, no one refers to it by nickname because we're not on that dumb app that I can't stand her. Then he says she was booed out of the Super Bowl and became, comma, capital letters, no longer hot. The tide has seriously turned. Being woke is for losers. Being Republican is what you want to be. Yikes.
Okay, if our democracy wasn't crumbling before our eyes, it's hysterical. It's truly at a comical level. Like, who writes like that as a grown adult?
As a president.
As a president. That's not a 14-year-old writing a note in class. Because that's what it sounds like. He's so immature. It's like crazy.
So immature, so belligerent. And by the way, I had no idea any of this had happened until someone hopped in my comment section and they were mad at me because I guess I hadn't commented on it. But what's crazy is they left their comment on a completely unrelated video. This was a video I made about wearing Old Navy jeans. Okay.
Oh, I saw the video.
I'm in the video talking about Old Navy. And here comes this person talking about, and what do you have to say now, KJ? And I'm like, about what? Oh, Navy?
Also, why would you be out here talking about Sydney Sweeney so much? You hit the topic, what's your choice? You're done. That's it.
This is what I'm saying. And I think they were mad because, I made the videos we spoke about the Taylor of it all and her taking photos with Trump supporters. But I'm like, but we all knew Donald Trump hates Taylor. We knew that.
No,
we've known that for years.
Yeah, it's not new information. I saw that. I kept scrolling. Then I immediately put on a Canadian tuxedo and I rolled around on my floor in my guest room and I filmed a fake ad of the Sydney Sweeney ad, and to the point where I cracked myself up to tears. I was trying to get the voice. You can't get the voice.
No.
Only she could do a voice like that.
Jeanette, spring, reveal hair color. And
if you do that 40 times on camera, you will be hysterical until you have tears coming out your face.
Yeah. Anyway, Donald Trump is whack and he can't spell. He has no grammar skills. He was left behind in school. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And we all know he hates Taylor. And I'm sure she did not. I'm sure she didn't even blink when this news.
If I were her, I would have
laughed.
I would have been like, "What a loser! He's still thinking about me."
Right. I'm not thinking about you, but you're the leader of the free world, and I'm living in your head rent free.
And also, the president of the United States is ranking celebrities on their hotness.
Exactly.
What is this? 2005 hotornot.com.
You're right. You're giving us hot or not. How about go solve a world conflict? How about that? How about deal with tariffs? How about that? How about figure out this goddamn TikTok deal so me and Erica can figure out if we still have TikTok jobs? How about that?
There we go. Okay, important things are what we're trying to accomplish here.
Go deal with that, please, sir.
Go deal with it.
Moving on. I guess since I'm talking about Trump, I'll go ahead and round out the political commentary. Have you seen what's going on in Texas?
Have I seen what's going on in Texas? Of course I've seen.
Because you're in Texas.
I'm livid every day. I'm choking on my own tongue. Seriously. First of all, big ups to the Texas representatives that left the state. I think they're under the care of states with governors that are trying to protect them. Fantastic.
Yes, like Illinois, I believe.
As you know, Hot Wheels, he is now trying to get them arrested. A lot of people are saying that they're not allowed to do that and it's illegal. And I'll just say what I've been saying for the last year and a half, which is, does it even matter that it's illegal? They're just going to do whatever the fuck they want to do, right? So I think that's kind of what's happening right now. They don't seem nervous, the representatives that fled.
They don't. Yeah.
So
not right now. They
I'm
don't. At least.
hoping I don't have to be nervous for them because they don't seem like they're nervous. But they are threatening to lock them up. All because, if you don't already know what's going on, is our state is trying to gerrymander so hard that we'll never get a blue vote ever again, is what they're trying to do. And so they can gain House seats. And then I believe the governor of California is threatening to do something similar because they would have more seats than us. But I don't know if they're actually gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of talk, and are they actually gonna go with it? I don't know. But as of today, they could not vote on it. It did not pass because obviously they are not there to vote. Right. And we do not know what's going to happen.
Right. Yeah. So I've been keeping up tangentially. A couple of my mutuals have been following the story. And, Jasmine Crockett is a rep from Texas, and I love Jasmine Crockett, so I've been following along with her journey. But yes, in order to pass this, I guess it's a bill or whatever that would redistrict a lot of Texas, you have to have a quorum. That means you have to have a certain number of lawmakers present for the vote. And so Democratic lawmakers in Texas have fled the state. I read that a number of them went to Illinois. I don't know exactly where everybody went, but the governor of Illinois said, like, we will not let you be arrested here. We will take care of you here. So they broke quorum so that this vote couldn't happen, so that Texas could not be gerrymandered and redistricted. So that's what's going on. And I just want to say shout out to Jasmine Crockett, shout out to the other lawmakers in Texas who are doing the right thing and trying to keep this very unconstitutional, very corrupt, very morally bankrupt gerrymandering situation from happening. And shout out to you because you're living in Texas and living through it. That's wild.
It's a wild ride. So I'm nervous about it. But we'll see. Well, I'm hoping that it all go well. I think they did this one time before for something else, and I want to say it was the abortion thing. But they ended up having to come back. I don't remember exactly why. And so they ended up coming back and voting, and we lost that one. So I don't know. Fingers crossed, everybody.
What's so crazy to me, I will just say, is it just feels like Republicans, no matter what, always find a way, legally or illegally. And I don't know why when Democrats are in power, we aren't able to do the same thing, like just find a way. Yeah. And it really sucks because we suffer the consequences of being rule followers.
Finish last.
I mean, it honestly seems that way.
It does a little bit, right? It's discouraging.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, shout out to the Texas lawmakers. And I think I read that Jasmine Crockett literally called Trump a piece of shit. Like on the record, was just like, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, she's I love Jasmine Crockett, but sometimes when she gets on her tangent, she'll say like one thing like that'll make me go, we probably should have just left that part out so we don't get in trouble or something. I'm always like so nervous for her. But I still love her.
I know.
She's the only one that'll stand up for us and speak on our behalf. Didn't they redistrict her or no? Like right out of like
as part of the gerrymander, she would be essentially districted out of her district. She'd be moved. Yeah. She wouldn't be there
live in her own district.
Be a representative for that district anymore.
Yeah. That pissed me off.
Which is crazy. Okay, let's jump into some, I guess, happier news. Have you seen this debate that's happening online right now about whether Beyonce is bigger than Michael Jackson?
No, I haven't seen it. No.
Okay, we're gonna watch this TikTok. I don't know if you ever get served TikToks from this guy, Jamal Burkmar. I get served his TikToks from time to time. I don't think I'm following him. I might be, actually. Anyway, I think he makes a pretty compelling argument. We won't listen to the whole thing, but I will play a little bit of it here.
Beyonce's bigger than Michael Jackson. I know I'm going to get eaten alive for saying this, but I don't care. Beyonce's bigger than Michael Jackson. I'm not in the hive. I'm not a stan. I probably, if I had to pick whose music I preferred, I don't know. I might pick Michael Jackson one day. I might pick Beyonce another day. Probably over the career, it's probably Michael Jackson's. But there's just no conversation here. We have got to stop pretending that our personal taste is an objective truth, because it isn't. Like, some of you are ruled by nostalgia. Some of you are ruled by recency bias. Some people are ruled by culture and race and gender and all other kind of things and all other vibes. I am too. We all are. That's called taste. That's our personal taste. But we can be honest about these things. Look, Ray, Beyonce is 43 years old. At the big age of 43, Michael Jackson has by now put out Invincible. Nobody is going to see him in concert because of Invincible. I'm sorry, you're not. By that point in his life, he's living off legacy. He's living off legacy. If you're going to see Beyonce now, it's because of Cowboy Carter. If you were going a couple of years ago, it's because of Renaissance. People are waiting to see what she does next. Who at that big age has been doing that? Nobody. Even the people that we love, even the greats, they're still doing tours and people are looking at the legacy. Yeah, play something off the new track, off the new album, but I'm ready to hear the stuff from before. There's no nostalgia bait here. She is active in her dominance. She's always in her prime. She's in her prime now, but when has she not been? Her lowest period is probably Destiny's Child, which is, I'm making a point there because that's a pretty big period. People want to tell you, oh, Michael Jackson was worldwide. I'm sorry. Beyonce is known across the world in a way more oversaturated market, in a time where fame is way more fragmented and split across millions of platforms. Everybody engages with media in much different ways. You had to be forced things before. You only had one place to go. It was the TV on the radio. Michael absolutely had a tighter monopoly. And Thriller changed the game, but that was a different game with different rules. And I'm sorry, but it was easier, much easier to stand out. I'm sorry, but Beyonce is the moment. Beyonce is she's bigger and broader and more influential in a far noisier, harder and faster ecosystem. There's no debate here. And I don't even care. I don't even really like either of them that much. I like them. They're good enough, but that's not what I'm listening to. Respectfully, the conversation has been done.
So
no, he had a solid argument. I've never seen him before.
Okay, so I get served his videos a fair amount, and I will say, because now the internet, of course, has erupted as it likes to do whenever anybody compares Beyonce to anyone, or any standums come out and they have to fight for their fave. Fine. The point he made that I think is undeniable is his first point about the fact that Beyonce right now is 43 years old, just toured Cowboy Carter, highest grossing country tour of all time, only second American woman to gross more than $400 million in a single tour, off the strength of one album. Yeah, Cowboy Carter tour, 80% of that tour was Cowboy Carter. That is what we were all there to see. We weren't there to see her sing her hits from Destiny's Child. We weren't there to see her sing her hits from, Dangerously in Love. We weren't there to hear Single Ladies. We were there for Cowboy Carter. However, if you look at Michael Jackson, what did he release when he was 43? He released Invincible. And by the way, I loved Invincible as an album. I genuinely loved that album, but not
super memorable.
Nobody was going to see Mike on tour to sing Invincible. Everybody was going to see him sing Thriller. Everybody was going to see him sing, Bad, to see him sing Beat It, Billie Jean. At that point in his career, he was considered a legacy artist who, yes, still managed to put out an album people enjoyed. But that's not what the people were coming to see. And I do think, if you think about it that way, Beyonce is in a different league than Michael Jackson. She simply is. At this point in his career, he was a legacy artist. She is not.
Yeah. And I think that his point about nostalgia, I think a lot of people will just choose him every time for that nostalgia, right? Because you just have Michael Jackson stands that are crazy hardcore.
Absolutely. And I think that and to that point, Michael Jackson was big in a time where attention was not diverted to so many different things in so many different ways. You only really had whoever the radio was playing. Yeah. If you weren't listening to whoever the radio was playing, you weren't listening to anybody. There was no streaming. There was no SoundCloud. Yeah. It was either you're listening to the folks on the radio or you're not listening to anything. And Mike dominated radio. So he got and think about the fact that with Cowboy Carter, highest grossing country tour of all time, how many of the songs on Cowboy Carter even made it to radio? It basically was just Texas Hold'em.
I know. I was about to say barely any.
Barely any. And she still to this day is having people show up excited for the music she's putting out now. So in that regard, I think we do have to give it to Beyonce. I don't think that necessarily means the conclusion that he drew, which is Beyonce is bigger than Michael Jackson. To just offer that as a blanket statement, I don't know if we can say that.
Right.
But is she at 43 a more relevant artist putting out more relevant music than he was at 43? 100,000%.
100,000%. Also, I think that his personality later in life could have played a huge part in that as well, because it stunted his growth as an artist going forward. You know?
Well, and to that point, like, she doesn't have the scandals surrounding her that he did.
No, never.
So, you know, and I hate to speak ill of Michael Jackson. He's my one problematic fave that I want to apologize for. Okay. Not me. Everybody gets one. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's
fair.
my one.
That's fair.
And y'all can take it or leave it. Okay. But I will not speak ill of Michael Jackson, but I will say in this regard, does Beyonce have him beat? Yes, she does.
Yeah. I'm with Jamal on this one, as I don't see it as an argument. Beyonce is the winner.
It's a winner. It's a winner for me. It's a winner for me.
It's a winner.
I was curious. Did you see that Cynthia Erivo was in a performance of Jesus Christ Superstar at the Hollywood Bowl?
I did.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Well, what did you think of that?
We were anticipating that happening, right? Because didn't we talk about this once before? Or did we just imagine it and speak it into an existence? Because did we not once say, oh, wouldn't that be crazy if she played Jesus? Am I nuts?
No, we did not say that.
Oh, okay.
Now, you may have had that conversation with somebody else, but I never said, oh, what if she played Jesus Christ?
I feel like we heard about this and talked about it before it happened. I guess I'm nuts and I'm making that up, maybe. I just assume we talk about everything I see on the internet.
Yeah. I don't recall us talking about that, but
Okay.
I did see some of the clips, and she was fantastic. I personally
saw
don't
some
love
clips.
that musical. Like, it's not... It's not one of my favorite musicals, but I mean, she's
she's a
so
good singer, so
she's
it's like
so
whatever.
Good. She's so captivating, and I have to tell you, I am prepared when Wicked 2 comes out, the second installment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm prepared to take off a whole weekend. I really am, because I really, in my heart of hearts, believe not only am I going to need to make a whole day of it, I'm going to need to watch part 1 in the morning, then go back, watch part 2 in the afternoon. But then I think I just need to clear the next day in case I need to go back and rewatch part 2. So I'm making a whole weekend of it.
I hope for a merch drop the way that the first merch drop was, because even though I didn't buy anything, I thoroughly enjoyed looking through all of the items.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
And you know what?
They were
And
very cool.
It was cool. And this time around, depending on what the merch is, I might get myself a little something, just a little to commemorate, because this really has been special for me. Like, I'm trying to think of another time where a musical movie came out that I was this invested, and I can't.
Probably not, right?
I can't think of one. So I might get myself a little something to commemorate.
Okay.
I'm very excited. I think Cynthia Erivo is like once in a lifetime. I fully believe she's
so
going to be an EGOT winner, because
I think
she's
so
very close, right?
Yeah, she's like needs like one more, I think, and then she's got it, right?
She's very close. So
I figure
I'm
she's going to have it here soon.
I'm excited for her. All right. I will say I have not yet listened to Chappell Roan's new song. Have you?
No, I didn't even know she had a new song out.
She does. And the reason...
I already know some.
Well, no. Now, I'm hearing good things about it. But
I saw a headline of hers that didn't look positive, and I can't remember what it was now.
Oh, well, you know, I've decided with Chappell Roan, I need to listen to her sing, and I do not need to listen to her talk. Okay?
So true.
And that is that, because whenever she talks, I'm disappointed.
Same.
But I do want to listen to this song,
okay, I'm
because
excited.
it's getting a little bit of buzz. And also, I'm sure if you don't follow, you at least see his takes, the Swiftologist. He served his takes. So he's getting dragged a little bit because he has gone on record and said this song is boring. And
I remember what the headline was.
Well, what was it?
She said that she wasn't going to be coming out with an album for a really long time, like maybe 5 years. I think that's what the headline said. Something like that. And she was just like, it's going to be a while.
5 years?
Won't release another album for 5 years. Yeah, I didn't make that up. Thank goodness.
Oh my God. You're right. Speaking to Vogue in an interview, and by the way, I'm reading this on people.com. Speaking to Vogue in an interview published on Monday, August 4th, the Grammy winner opened up about her songwriting process and the music video for her song, The Subway. Rhone, 27, said that while fans are clamoring for a follow-up to her 2023 album, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, and her releasing singles, The Giver and The Subway, the second project doesn't exist yet. There is no album. There is no collection of songs. Those are direct quotes from her. Rhone said that her first album took 5 years to write, and it's probably going to take at least 5 to write the next. I'm not that type of writer that can pump it out. I don't think I make good music whenever I force myself to do anything, the Pink Pony Club singer admitted. Okay. She also
5
mentioned
years sounds like a lot.
It does sound like a lot. She also mentioned the pacing of her songwriting process. I see some comments sometimes like, she's everywhere except that damn studio. Even if I was in the studio 12 hours a day, every single day, that does not mean that you would get an album any faster, she said. I've never I've never written an album where I don't have Instagram or anything, Rhone told the publication. The album process is purely only mine. No one on TikTok gets to see it. Okay.
Do you, girl? I mean, if you want to fall off, fall off.
And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Well, no one's going to stop you from falling off if that's your life goal.
Exactly.
Fall
no one will
off.
stop you. If that's what you want to do, do you. But once again, I have to hearken back to the greats, to the Beyoncés, to the Taylors, who were putting out an album every 18 to 24 months for the first, call it 6 to 10 years of their career. Why?
Because it's their job.
It's their job, and they understood relevant. You don't just stay relevant just because. To stay relevant, you have to stay in the public's eye. You have to stay, putting out music. People have to continue to see you. Beyonce and Taylor both have just recently gotten to the point of their careers where they can take
dial
3,
it back
4, 5 years off if that's what they want to do and still be relevant. They've earned that. Has Chappell Roan earned that?
No.
Not to me.
Not yet.
One great album.
But she could be there. She just wants to fall back. So fall back, girl.
I'll tell you what. If she wants to be like a Lauryn Hill, she can be that. Lauryn Hill made one great album, and she has been touring that one album for the last 20 years. However, has she been a top pop star for 20 years? No. But has she been able to make a living off of that album for 20 years? Yes. So if that's what Chappell wants, do I think she can have that? Yeah, I think. I mean, now listen, do I think that The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess is as good as The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill? No, I don't.
It's a different vibe. But
I don't think it's as good, but I do think it is good. And I think her hardcore fans will follow her to the ends of the earth. Fine. But I think if you really want to be a pop star, if we're talking about pop stars for real, no, you can't be putting 5 years in between albums. Sorry.
No, I think
that's not how that works.
I think even if you don't have an album before the 5 years is up, you still got to be in the studio all day, right?
You still got to be in the studio.
You got to be figuring it out. Like that's like,
and if you're not going to be in the studio, you got to be in the tabloids. You got to be like Cardi B, because Cardi B has waited 7 years to put out an album. We still don't have it, but it, allegedly is coming. But number one, she's still putting out singles. We got a new single from her almost every other year. She was still putting out features. She was hopping on everybody's features every year,
and she stays on the Twitters.
Stays on Twitter and stays in the tabloids.
Stays in the tabloids.
Always. So we couldn't forget about Cardi. So I guess that's another route Chappell could take.
Yeah, she's got potential for that route too.
She does.
So.
Because she's always, saying nonsense. So maybe that'll be her ticket to relevance.
She loves a clap back.
Just keep spouting that nonsense, girl. Anywho, should we listen to this?
Yeah, we got to listen to
little
the song. I got to judge
the
a song. I need to know, because I'll be honest. I was in a Pink Pony Club.
I was too.
Okay. I expected it to be worse. It was okay. It wasn't bad. If I heard it like 10 times over, I'd be like, oh, I like this song. 'Cause it's got like a catchy thing to it. It was very New York music video. I like the music video.
Yeah, I think if I listen to it a few more times, I could see it growing on me. Upon first listen, did I feel blown away?
Yeah, right.
No, but I didn't dislike it. And I do like how much of her voice we got to hear, like I feel like what I heard, I enjoyed the vocal.
Yeah.
And so I need to hear it a few more times. I wasn't
Mhm.
blown away, but maybe like on listen number 5, I would be. It's fine. Yeah,
And
like
I
you said, I think
spotted
it was
the
fine.
green lady from Brooklyn. I don't know if you know who she is, but she's like
I don't.
she's an elderly lady who has green hair and she wears green every single day, and she lives in
Oh,
Brooklyn. She's like Instagram famous. Look her up, the green lady. But I
no, I'm
spotted
not
her on the
familiar.
subway. Now, maybe some other people in there were famous too, and I didn't know them, but I saw the green lady.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, shout out to the green lady.
New York icon.
Yeah, I thought I liked it enough. I liked it enough.
Same.
It's
I'll tell you
it's
what. No, she never serves me something where I'm like, well, that sucked, and I didn't want to listen
Agreed.
to it.
Agreed.
Right?
Yeah, I've never had that feeling with Chappell.
Mhm.
I am wondering though, I do always sort of feel a little bit like when artists do this, like give us a single with no album in sight, it feels like a road to nowhere.
Mhm.
And that is, I recall Jack Antonoff saying that. He did some interview where he was talking about songwriting and how
Mhm.
singles, it doesn't matter how big a single is, how many billion streams of it gets. If the album doesn't hit, then you don't really have anything. A single is a hallway to nowhere. And I feel that.
I feel that too. Yeah, totally. Especially with that single.
Mhm.
Because it just didn't have a whole lot there. The music video was better than the song.
And to me, that song, if I knew it was leading to an album, it would feel like, ooh, this is an invitation or part one of something that could be bigger and better. But when it's just a single, to me, it's a little bit of a letdown. Like, I don't know. I've always felt that way when artists release singles and there's like no end in sight, no album in sight. It feels a little bit like a letdown, and that's kind of how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, girl, do you. Like we said, if you don't want to be relevant, if you want to fall off, that's your prerogative. All right, so that's really all I had to share tonight. Did you have anything you wanted to throw in the parking lot?
I have one thing. I saw that the MTV VMAs dropped some of their nominations, and that Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars are competing for the lead nomination for VMA, like the Video Music Award of the Year or whatever. And I'm just like, am I crazy in thinking it's those two? Why are those two leading? I feel like there's so many more like bigger albums from this year. Am I crazy?
Well, I think Gaga had a pretty big album, but as far as I know, Bruno didn't have an album. So I'm very confused about what is he nominated for. I know he had some songs. He did a video with Gaga. He did a video with Sexy Red. I'm blanking on what else he did. Like, what else did he do?
Nominations for Video of the Year, nominated for both Die With a Smile and APT, his collab with Rose, who was the first K-pop star to receive a Video of the Year nod. Okay, well, if there's anything K-pop related with these artists, I probably won't know because I don't follow K-pop at all.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how? If you didn't have an album out this year, I'm just like lost and confused.
Yeah, I know of basically those 3 songs. The one with APT, and I think he did the one with Sexy Red, and then he did the one with Gaga. So maybe between those 3,
maybe they just got nomination for this,
11 videos
over and over.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
We need to diversify our wins.
Yeah,
I don't love that.
Yeah.
So they're walking away with like 23 awards amongst them both. That's like crazy. Okay, sure. I think awards are fake these days.
Yeah. Do I have anything to throw into the parking lot?
Did you see Noah Cyrus, Miley Cyrus's sister, walking around in her panties?
No. No, I didn't.
Well, she was earlier today, smoking a joint, walking around LA in like her underwear and her bra. So
Fantastic.
I think Noah Cyrus is going through it, but also I support it.
Why
Smoke
not?
that joint in your underwear, girl. Life's too short.
Why not? Life is in fact short, and life is a mess right now. So, do you?
She deserves it.
I just honestly, what I'm going to throw in the parking lot is the fact that I'm still enjoying my Scandal rewatch. I'm on season 4. I'm like halfway through season 4.
Oh, nice.
And it is still fantastic. The writing holds up, folks.
Oh, okay.
writing
I might have to. I
holds
have to watch.
up. And
I
it's
just
on
finished-
Netflix. It's fantastic.
I just finished We Were Liars. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm. Was it good?
Terrible acting. Hard to get through the first episode. But when I tell you, once you get to the end of this show, I was bawling my eyes out. Okay, so first I watch the show and I tell my followers, like, I can't get past it. I can't, like, I tell them, like, the characters, like, relationships with one another are confusing. Are they cousins? Are they friends? Are they dating? I'm confused, right? So my followers are like, no, you have to see it through to the end because the end is, like, fucking crazy. You have to see it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a little break. I'm going to come back to it. So I did. I took, like, a week off. I came back. I'm like, I'm just going to push through. By the time I got to, like, episode, I'd say, like, 6, I was like, oh, I know exactly who tried to hurt this person. It's like kind of like a mystery. I'm like, I know exactly who tried to hurt this person. And then episode 7 came and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, it was that shocking. It was so shocking and sad that I just cried my eyes out for like 40 minutes.
I can't believe you stuck with it that long. And I cannot believe that your big sell to our audience is terrible acting. Horrible first episode. The first 4 you don't want to watch. Okay. I had to take a break. I hated it that much. But if you make it all the way
I'm telling
to
you.
episode 7, what kind of sell is that? That
I
sounds
know.
terrible.
And you know what? When people were selling it to me that way, I was like, these people are fucking nuts because there's no way I'm going to make it to episode 7. But then once I was at episode 7, I was like, I understand now, you guys. And I think I need to read the book because there's a book too. It's like based on a book.
Oh my God.
So
That
I just want to
is
say,
so
please watch it.
funny.
It's hard to get through, but you got to. You got to.
The worst sell of all time.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, if you want to watch something that's not hard to watch, Scandal is what I recommend. It is fantastic. It really does hold up. I have cried. I have laughed. Some of these sex scenes, by the way, know this show was on ABC, the American
was it?
Broadcasting Corporation.
I thought it was HBO.
No, this was an ABC show. They have a
Shit.
scene, Erica, where they are
After
having
8?
phone sex. And I was like,
oh, wow.
this was on ABC?
No, even today, sometimes there are things on TV where I go, shit, this is on TV.
My jaw was wide open. I was like,
Wow.
the whole time. It's wild. It's wild what Shonda got away with. Shonda didn't play, man. She did not play around.
I'm telling you. That's exactly how I felt last night when I was watching We Were Liars and they were burning their grandpa's house down to the ground, okay? I'm telling you, you guys gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it. I guess you gotta just make it to episode 7. That's all.
Just gotta make it to episode 7. You'll be good. That's it for this week, everyone. Be sure to follow us on TikTok at 2 Queens 2 Crowns and be sure to check out the podcast on YouTube at 2 Queens 2 Crowns.
Erica and I would also love for you to follow us on our personal socials. I'm on TikTok at Iam_KJ Miller and YouTube with the handle IamKJ Miller. And Erica's on IG at Letta Bino and TikTok at Letta_Bitchno. We'll see you next week.
Bye.